Shout out to my dog Street in the building, man. We had a little technical difficulty. We got to get the sound back up. But yeah, we go ahead and start that thing over, man. We live here on Hayes Street. I don't know where we at, man. The private jet ran out of fuel, so we landed that thing and we ended up on a beach. So let's see if we can get that thing started back over with the sound and stuff, and we'll go from there, man. All right, here we go. I think my dog got it, man. We in the building. Let's go, Street. No sound, cut.
Hold up. I got you. Here we go.
Glad I ain't have my finger in my nose. Let's go. Hey, we got the cane juice on deck. Shout out to everybody in the building. Oh.
Give me thumbs up when y'all can hear that.
Ain't no sound. LV, the producer. This is what happened when you take vacation days, LV.
Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so let's just do it like this. Let's do it like this.
No, you just got to add it and then click that sound button at the bottom.
Nah, it ain't working right. Let's do it like this. We'll do it like this.
No. Yeah. Shout out to his shirt.
No. Yeah. So we'll run it like this. Let me see if y'all we good here.
Yeah. Do you think I got CTE? Shoot, I don't think you got CTE. Do you think you got CTE? I don't think I got CTE, but we'll never know till we die. What do you think about CTE? What is CTE? ACT is like basically like when you forget shit, or no? No, I feel like CTE is really like a bunch of traumas that was like we go through as people. It's like brain damage, right? I don't want to say your brain damage because you can't live with your brain damage. But not like brain damage, but it's like a little like part, like little small like. I feel like damage it like something like I feel like it's like people try to frame CTE as a concussion that you may have, but like we had a bunch of concussions. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you could live out the concussion. Right. So I feel like CTE could be a bunch of different things, but I feel like it's a characteristic of traumas that we all as people go through. Mm-hmm. Just like some of them you explain, like afterwards. Yeah. Do you think you explain like, you was 3-4 years old and your uncle made you play D line and O line for 3 years, banging another kid? You know, that's 1 yard hitting the dirt. Straight up. So that's automatically trauma as any kid having to go through that is building some type of trauma, because now as a kid you just become more aggressive. Now you develop anger, and as a kid and as a person we all grow with our traumas. Even like me and you, our dad not being there. I mean, some of these intangibles help us to be great, but sometimes this help us hurt us, hinder us in some situation, because it make us be stubborn. Because now I was like, man, we ain't getting love from my pop, so it's easy to be like, oh man, forget that person, because man, like I already, it's already trauma that you've been built with for how people treated you. And that's why we started this show, because we need to be able to address some of those, because you my friend, I really care about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to see you live forever. You explain like, you was 3, some of those, because you my friend, I really care about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to see you live forever. You got what, 8 kids, 7 kids? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And we got to be there for them. So it's like, we got to address some of the things we go through. Like, you know what I mean? Some of those, because you my friend, I really care about you. Like,
Street, there it is, dog. Them boys talking about CTE. Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, welcome to Hayes Street. Got 78 and climbing in the building. Hey, It's a real thing. A lot of people don't even know what CTE stands for. It stands for chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Yee.
I don't think they care either. But that's a rough. I mean, you don't ever hear anybody talk about that.
Mm-mm.
And then Tony Brown is becoming the uncomfortable conversation guy. You feel me? I don't know how that video will help them in their future if they ever have to want to fight for the NFL insurance and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you don't ever hear people like have that conversation because I'm sure it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'll say this though. What's the when you watch that video, what's the biggest thing that popped off to you about it? Because I watched, it's like an hour and 45-minute interview, and they talk about the Steelers and all that, but kind of focus on the CTE part of it. What is your what was the biggest thing that popped off to you on that video?
The biggest thing that popped off to me on the video,
as you listen to it.
I didn't think of it this way, but let me think. The biggest thing that popped out to me is I think when Antonio Brown goes in depth about what he believes CTE is, because you don't ever get to hear that side, even though if the delivery ain't there, right? If it doesn't sound like he's some scholar from Harvard, but you rarely ever get to hear that side of an athlete's thoughts. It's like we don't care unless he's getting arrested, unless he's arguing with his baby mama, or unless he's scoring touchdowns. Media never shows that side, and you get to hear Antonio Brown actually give you a full thought. And if you're somebody that's willing to listen, you say to yourself, shit, he might be right or half right. Wait a minute, say that again.
Right. I think the biggest thing that popped off to me, and the scariest thing, is that a football player did not know what CTE was.
Oh shit!
Like Le'Veon Bell, it just popped off to me. Like when he asked him what is CTE, he like, well, you can't remember stuff.
No, he said we'll find out when we die, huh? No, you ain't gonna find out nothing then, Le'Veon.
Right. So it's like, no, that's CRS, can't remember ish. You know, but that's scary. That's the scary part, that you got these multi-million-dollar players out here and they don't even know one of the most traumatic injuries that you can have. You can get a knee replacement, you can get a hip replacement, your bones will heal in men, you know, muscles will fix themselves. But a player doesn't have a clear definition of what CTE is in a position that he probably will get it based on playing running back with the constant banging and tackling and hitting. And to me, that's a black eye on the NFL.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it's a black eye on him. Shit. All this information out here, it would have took him a second.
No, right.
What CTE mean.
I agree, but I'm saying the NFL does everything to protect the shield. Everything to protect the shield at all cost. But the players don't even know. Well, I can't say players, but this particular player. I correct myself when I'm wrong, but this particular player.
It's like it's almost like he never thought about it. But Hayes, I think it's like talking about death in the Black family. I think it's like talking about, hey, listen, man, let's sit down and talk, man. Grandma Jocelyn, Grandma, I mean, you might be dying soon. Like, have we thought about insurance? Have we thought about the house? And they're like, well, I ain't going nowhere. Get out of here. Get some of these goddamn lima beans.
Right.
It's like an uncomfortable conversation that a lot of them probably don't want to have.
Yeah, it's just, I guess, and it's what we don't know about it. I did not see the movie with Will Smith. I forgot. I didn't see it. Shame on me.
Shit.
Matter of fact, that's gonna be part of my weekly routine. I'm gonna make sure I get that.
That was a good movie.
But
but you probably could kind of. You know how it goes.
Well, we know how it goes, but I just didn't even see it to even get a full understanding. But I guess when we think of CTE, and as I titled mine, CTE and its impact on football players, apparently, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it has a major impact on football players, and I have a particular reason why I believe that. But I don't think it has an impact on them. I think it's par for the course. It's a calculated risk, and they're willing to take it. And that's just kind of what it is, to play for the game, the opportunity to change the lifestyle of your family financially. I'm willing to take this chance and potentially get this disease just for the opportunity to change the financial status of my family. And I think that's deep, man. That's deep. The things that people are willing to do on the bigger side of things, man.
I know. I mean, do you think when the kids are playing in high school, do you think that they're thinking that far? Do you think they're playing on Friday nights in high school?
No, they're not thinking of it. The NFL players apparently ain't thinking that way. This dude doesn't even know what it is. So definitely, I don't believe that they are thinking of it. I don't think coaches are thinking of it. That's just like we talked a couple of shows back about the distance when you teach and tackling. We think the further back they are, the more speed and power they can generate, the better it is for the hit. But again, you're talking about young brains, undeveloped brains taking those kind of blows. And do you get it from one hit? No. Yeah. But again, it's multiple. It's like boxing,
Kind of. The way the movie kind of summed it up, if I could sum it up, sure. What he was saying was that a woodpecker, a ram, these animals that ram their heads over and over again, they all have a protective shield around their brain.
Right.
That's how he was kind of explaining it. He was saying that the human brain wasn't created it doesn't have that protective.
Right.
It wasn't created to move around. And that's how he kind of explained it. Where it gets confusing at is when you see a Junior Seau dies really early. You know what I'm saying? Former San Diego Charger, former Miami Dolphin linebacker, great linebacker, dies early, and they diagnosed him with CTE. And then you get a Mike Singletary, who played the same position, less protection, looked like he had CTE while he was playing.
And gave some out.
And he's still here with all his cobwebs. Coach, you get what I'm saying from the most part of what we know. And that's where it becomes confusing to where it's like, well, it ain't as simple as strap on a chin strap and you get CTE. Because hell, like I got plenty NFL friends that old and they're fine. They appear to be fine, but then you get Warren Sapp who say, hey, I was on the way to my homeboy house one day. And bro, I didn't remember how to get there. I called him and told him. He laughed at me. He thought it was a joke.
Right. And it's like anything else, right? Stuff affect people differently, right? Drinking alcohol. Some people would drink a whole fifth and be good. Some people have 2 shots and can't handle it. So yeah, I mean, everything affects everyone differently. I think that's you, Street. You lightweight?
Boy, 2 shots, boy. I'm done, boy. I got some peach crown in there right now, dog. If I put one shot of it, dog, I gotta sit down for a minute. Hold on, man. Hold on, man.
That ain't even liquor. That ain't nothing but a bunch of sugar with some peach flavor. Get that crap out of here, man.
Oh man.
Man, you gotta get that's a liquor.
I gotta sit down for a minute. I can give him here. Hold up, baby. Hold on. Give me a minute now. Give me a minute.
That's liquor. I'm on that cane juice heavy.
I ain't no drinker like that, dog. I made a shot. Yeah. I may sit with some Coke. When I get my Jack, I tell him, I say, listen, I want Jack and Coke. He'd be like, you want a double? I'd be like, yeah. I want double Coke in a tall glass. And then they all laugh at me. And I'd be like, man, listen, I'm trying to make it through the night, man. I'm trying to get people home safe. I want double Coke, shot of Jack, Yeah, you think I'm joking?
Nah, I know you're lightweight, dog. You said that before, but it's funny because again, this is a perfect example. Two people, right, doing kind of the same job, the same thing, and my dog get a double Coke and Jack. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, large ice cube, small straw. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get mad when I go to the club and order a drink.
Yeah.
Man, I'd have bought the whole bottle. Man,
you a drinker?
I can. Yeah. Last time I've been drunk was 1997. Listen to Master P Ghetto Dope.
Hell no.
But seriously,
come here. I got Kia right here. Watch this. Come here. Kia, come here.
Shout out to Kia in the building. She got to drink. She got to drink you.
Oh yeah, Kia can't outdrink me. She went to FAMU. That's all they did. They didn't do college.
They ain't go to class.
That's all they did. She went to FAMU.
Hey, you trying to tell me that them books were used as coasters just so you don't put a ring on the table? That what the books was used
for? They majored in Patron or something. Jose Cuervo. Yeah, she could outdrink me. I don't even blame the. I was never like, you know what I'm saying? I was never like the drink. I don't know no drink etiquette. I don't know how you buy the women drinks at the bar. I don't know none of that, though. I was never big on alcohol. Alcohol tastes like poison. It's the only thing in life you put in your mouth and then you go like this. And then you give me another one.
Some of them boys
like that we eat.
Oh, I don't know about that. Some of them boys out there. And then drink do taste good. It's always the sucky drink. Come here. Hey, Street. Okay. Some of them, Street, real quick for you ask me. Some people like that tart and tangy though. That's all I'm gonna leave it there. Go ahead.
How do I order my Jack and Coke?
It's like 3 shots of Coke and a half a shot of Jack. And you still be drunk.
I ain't no drinking, but I told him you majored in drinking that fam because y'all ain't do no. You ain't had no real major, so of course you can out drink me.
SBI, I did have a real major. Thank you.
Hey, all right, shout out to Kid be taking them drinks, rolling down the 7 highest hills in Tallahassee.
He said, "Say it again. Say it again."
Shout out to Kid. Shout out to Kid and the Rattlers taking shots and rolling down that 7th of the highest hill in Tallahassee.
Exactly. Strike and strike again.
Strike and strike again. That's what I was telling the bartender. strike and strike again.
Shot and shot again.
Shot. But no, bro, I ain't never really been a drinker like that. But no, I mean, so the CTE thing does become kind of confusing. Then you get guys that just applying to get the insurance. Now it becomes an issue where they got to pay attention to it.
Right. And I just think I don't know if it's enough claims per se. But you do, believe this or not, the NFL doesn't say this. Or the NFL doesn't say it because I think they are the front runners when it comes to safety in football. And then you start to see it trickle down to college, high school, and so forth, because the NFL kind of foots the bill for the research, right? And then the college says, oh, okay, they doing it, then we're going to do it. And then high school says, oh, if colleges do it, then we're going to do it. You're going to see, perfect example, the new kickoff rule in the NFL. It eventually trickled itself down to college and then to high school, right? It's just what it is. But they won't say they're doing that to CYA themselves, cover their ass for these lawsuits. Look, we've tried to change the game. We've done research. We've have scientists come in, the top scientists in the world. We've changed the helmet, part of what Antonio Brown was talking about. We've changed the way the helmets are designed, the way they impact. Remember them first helmets came out with that little cut in the crown of it? Remember that part they had? All of that is from that, but they won't say they're doing it because of CTE, right? They're saying it because oh, it's for safety, right? Like the hip tackle. No, the hip tackle, in my opinion, yeah, you could say it's for the safety of the player, but it's really to do what? To get an offense another first down for tackling the guy.
Right.
So you can create more sports. So you can create more touchdowns.
Right. But have you ever asked a NFL player like you ever asked one that went through the whole rigmarole, got paid, they finished, they living a normal life? Hey dog, if you had a chance to do it again, would you do it again? Even not knowing now if you got CTE or, you know what I'm saying?
I'll actually say, I mean, yes, I spoke to a guy that was here, coached with me, played in the NFL, went through that whole lawsuit piece. I'll leave him nameless because I don't know if he wants his business out there, but he went through that and I talked to him about it. And he said, yeah. He said, yeah, I would do it again. I've seen other interviews with guys say that. And his whole thing was because it's something that I love to do. He said, it's no other risk than any other job, right? He didn't really say this part, but I'm gonna add it in there. Like when you looked at, remember that the deadliest catch, right? Remember that? That's one of the top most dangerous jobs in the world, but they're doing it for the amount of money they make in such a short period of time. You can make $60,000 in 2 months. Some craziness like that. 3 months of work.
What you can make how much?
Some craziness like 60. Let me see. I had looked at it at one time. You know, that was a real big show.
$60 in 2 months.
Yeah. And you got to remember, a lot of those guys, I'm not trying to be funny, but just saying, if you look at them from an educational standpoint, I know it's a general statement, they're not doing that. So these are workers. And these workers, let me see here, the 75%, the top earners make $48,000. How much do crab fishermen make? In 2024, so they'll make $24 an hour doing this. But you have to remember too, they're not working $60,000. Like I said, $59,063.
But that's some dangerous crap, fool. Dang.
It's dangerous, bro. And so, but again, you're taking that risk to help your family. You know, I don't know how much some of them may love it, but you know, first of all, I know I couldn't do it. I'd be seasick watching the TV sometime. I got to turn the channel. Yeah, I couldn't do that. And that's some crazy work right there. But yeah, I've never heard a player say that they would change it.
No, I mean, I 100%. I agree with you. Like you've seen ones that went through injuries. I've seen ones that made the money, lost the money, and you ask them, dog, would you do it again? And they always say yeah. They always say yeah. Now they know it was a tough road. It's weird now. And when I come back, we're gonna talk about this. When you start talking about their kids. Because it's one thing you're talking about yourself, and it's one thing when you're talking about the well-being of your child.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm finna go find me some
do you think right
watered down cane juice or something like that.
That boy finna go in there and get a double shot of nothingness. But on a serious note, what are you saying there? Like I said, when I talked to the guy, he was talking about those risks, and we all take risks doing your job, this, that, and the third. And that was his thing. And he was like, I was good at it, but I could also change my family, financial status for my family. And most people take those risks. And when you look at it, I understand it, right? You got businessmen out here who do what? They dying from stress, right? They dying from stress. It's not a physical thing, but they falling over at 55, 60 years old from stress of the stock market. Shout out the street, because Bitcoin just crashed or whatever the case may be. So every job, believe it or not, has its risk. Every job has its risk. Some are higher than others, and y'all get that. But sometimes we think of the physical aspect. Sometimes we think of the physical aspect more than we think of the mental aspect. And so, like you say, man, everything has its risk, the jobs in which you do. And that's what it is, man, at the end of the day. So, and I think Street gonna bring up a good point. We didn't talk about it, but I think he'll bring up a good point in regard to the kids. And I think what's misleading about CTE, in my opinion, here, is because you see other players walking around that were head busters, and they're walking around. Let's take a Ryan Clark, for example. You can say what you want to say about Ryan Clark and whatever he does. I actually like Ryan Clark, but Ryan Clark was out there thumping cats. But he's doing a show just coherent as all get out, this, that, and the third, no problem. So the other players are saying, oh, I'm going to be like Ryan Clark until they're not, right? And so I think that's the issue right there. So those other players are saying, oh, I mean, Ryan Clark out here on the pivot, he the one asking all the intelligent questions, and Ryan Clark was thumping. So if he was doing all the thumping, I'm going to be Ryan Clark. Right? Until, like I said, until you're not Ryan Clark. And the funny thing about CTE, well, it's not necessarily funny, but figure of speech is you don't know until you're in that pine box. You know? And that's just how I look at it. But go ahead.
Who the most famous person? Wait up. Oh, we're gonna get into the kids, right? But 1 second. Who's the most famous person that was diagnosed with CTE so far?
I think
in the comment section.
Oh, my bad.
So?
That I can recall it right at the top of my head. Yeah.
There's one more person that ended his life really infamous that may rival that. I don't know. But let's see if they come up with it. Let's see if they come up with a comment section. Yeah.
I think
he wasn't more famous. He wasn't more famous than Junior Seau on the football field, but I think
his story is more famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, when you start talking about football players and their kids, right? I see a lot of them shy away from putting their kids in the football early. Warren Sapp asks me all the time, "Hey man, Street man, don't put up any video of any kids younger than 9." I think he said like younger than 12. Like he concerned about that. And I see sometimes football players put their kids in soccer. They put them in flag till they like a certain age. Because I think, man, as much as Nike made us love the game, and I always blame it on Nike and Under Armour, because they made us feel like it was a culture, a way of life. You know what I'm saying? And then it kind of plays out that way. I think they fall in love with the game, and at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, what is life? The question is, what is life, Hayes? Like, what is your life about? And I believe, like Jay-Z said, your life is about living your life out through something that you love, through that talent that you love, and living your life through that. And that's kind of what life is about, like doing something you love, something you would do for free every day. And living your life out through that. Because I think a lot of people realize that when they retire, right, that life is about having a purpose. Oh, I'm going to retire. I'm going to wake up every day and watch The Price is Right. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Yeah, because, dog, if you don't really have a purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like, life is not really lifing.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that, right? Because I don't know if you could hear this when you stepped away. But I was saying that every job has its own risk. Now, some may be a little bit more than others, but we think risk as being physical all the time. And I was saying, you got people out here running business that's dying from strokes and stress, right? Yeah. That's a risk. Like they sitting at their computer and just falling over from the stress of trying to manage a job or you can't make payroll or whatever the case may be. It's just that difficult. And so, like I say, every job has its risk. Hell, being a rapper might be one of the most dangerous jobs in the world now. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely dangerous.
It's way different than parents don't understand. You know what I'm saying? To now, you know. So it is crazy, man.
No, you're right. Like what is like you're right. What is more stressful? Going to something you love doing, right? And getting hit and not knowing you're getting CTE, or getting up going to something you hate doing every day, sometimes it's overtime. You get what I'm saying? Like what is more trauma on your body? I mean, you got a great point there, Hayes.
Well, thank you, Streeter.
Yeah, like what, well, yeah, you pick your poison, right?
Right. And again, right? Then you got people that say, hey, I'm just going to work a 9 to 5. And maybe they die from boredom. Like, so everything has its risk, right? Like you said, you want to live your life at its fullest. Some people do a 9 to 5 and they're good with their life, and that's okay too. But like you said, you got some people that walk into a job every day, and the amount of hate they have for their job creates stress on their body. But they have to do it in order to keep the lights on, the bills, to take care of the kids, the family, the wife, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I say, everything has its own risk. But I did want to put this up here. I want to show something right quick, if you don't mind. This is super interesting. Oh, so this is Wikipedia, so I don't know how accurate it is, but deceased players with CTE confirmed post-mortem. Look at this list, dog. Look at the ages: early 50s, late 40s, mid 20s. That's your name right there, isn't it?
Where?
The picture that just popped up.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody said it in the chat. No one said it. They said
how you figured it out?
I just thought about it, and I was like, that's what, because when you really think of him, you don't think of CTE, you think of all of the other stuff.
Right.
First, that comes first. And Junior Seau comes first when you think CTE. But if you look at all it is, Scott Ross, mid-30s, Adrian Robinson, mid-20s, Charles White, mid-30s, Mike Webster, late 30s, Andre Waters, mid-40s. I mean, we're talking young cats, dog. Shane Dronette. These are young cats, dog.
Is CTE the reason that they died, or they just were diagnosed with it?
They were diagnosed with it. I don't know if this is the reason, but they're saying that it's confirmed that they did have it.
Yeah, right.
Once they died. Right. And they said, and here they say it's many more. See, as a vast majority of deceased former players never have specialized autopsies done on their brains. And they said the families right here, and the families of many deceased players keep their autopsy results private. So the following list shows a small fraction of NFL players who have CTE. So these are only the family members that provided, saying that the autopsy showed that they had CTE. So imagine the other ones that did not. And look at this list, is crazy, man.
Right. I mean, so they could have died in a car accident, but then their brain showed levels of CTE, basically.
Correct. Okay. Correct.
Yeah, somebody had just put that stat up there. Hey, somebody had just put the stat in the comment section. They were saying the last 376 players who died, 345 was confirmed with CTE.
Look at this. Living former players diagnosed with CTE or ALS or reporting symptoms consistent with CTE or ALS. You got Artie Burns on here, early 20s, bro.
With symptoms of what?
They were players diagnosed with CTE or ALS or reporting symptoms consistent with CTE. So they were even I didn't know you could be diagnosed with CTE living. I thought you had to pass.
And Antonio Brown on that too. Is this just because they filed a claim?
I don't know. I have to read through it. Here it is. At present, there is no definitive CTE test available for living persons.
Damn.
So that's what I thought.
Damn, Artie Burns.
Yeah.
Artie Burns brought a lot of his team to our 707. He seemed fine to me.
But again, it's talking about Sam Shields on here.
Oh shit.
Warren Sapp, Mark Rippon.
Well, Warren Sapp got a whole documentary about it.
Yeah. Like I say, bro, it's just.
But I tell you this. I tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
Most guys were traded, right? Most guys were traded, right? From to have a chance to be an NFL football player. A lot of guys will. Now you got other people who live a different type of lives. They grow up, parents own everything in the world. They're rich just for being rich, and they don't have to do something that nature in order to be rich. Like I say, life is about living your life out through your talent, or is what I believe life is about. Like Jay-Z kind of said, and I agree with him, living your life through whatever talent, whatever thing you love, and getting up doing something you love that you would do for free every day, and basically taking care of your family from it. Like when I realized in the Marine Corps, right, that there was guys, yeah, y'all follow me on this. There was guys that rather be out training for war, in a war, than in an office in the administration. When I saw that there was guys out there like that, then I started questioning life. Like, okay, wait a minute. Man, like there are really different people in this world. I knew a sergeant that was a sniper that could not stand being back at admit with us, bro. He rather been out in the hot sun, humping, life on the line, ready to kill something. He would rather be doing that than filing papers and going home to his family every day.
Listen, 100%. And like you say, speaking of the Marines, I know you in the Marines. Think about it. And a lot of people don't realize this, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but based on the Marine recruiters or the armed service recruiters I've dealt with through the college and career part of my job, you get to pick your job in the military. Am I right?
Well, so if you score lower, you get less options.
Right. But that still doesn't mean that I got to be the first one throwing a grenade.
Right. So basically, what you're saying is right. They laugh at you in the Marines when I tell them I was an admin.
Right.
Because the Marine, yeah, right. Because it's almost like, damn, you wasn't out shooting guns?
Right.
No. Right. So what you're saying is correct.
So in saying that, that means that those people chose that. They put my dog in cyberspace. Boy, Colonel Sanders heard what you said, boy, and he ain't like it. Uncle Sam ain't like it.
I've never seen that happen before, but I don't know what that was.
So like I was saying, that those guys chose, and then they do 2, 3, 4, 5 tours in Iraq. You know, now mind you, you could go be the drone pilot and sit in a bunker 80,000 miles away somewhere and be safe. Nah, this is my rifle, this is my gun, and go to war.
Yeah.
This is for fighting, this is for fun. My bad.
Right. So to call somebody crazy, right? Like to call somebody crazy or think that he doesn't want to be out there at linebacker. Like I used to tell people about pit bulls all the time when I used to try to explain to them, like, oh, dog fighting is bad. You letting those dogs fight. And I would try to explain to them, bro, to breed pit bulls. They like to fight.
That's in their DNA, yeah.
Yeah, right. You're like, oh man, y'all fighting dogs, and then Michael Vick went to jail for fighting dogs, bro. Listen, you let 2 pit bulls get to be a year old, put them in a yard together, and you may get a fight, and nobody don't have to tell them to fight. And a lot of people never wanted to understand that. Like, bro, listen, their DNA, their bloodline goes back to fighting.
Right.
Yeah. So they're not fighting because they hate the other dog. They're fighting because you know what? This is what they know how to
do. Yeah, I mean, it just is ingrained in their DNA. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what they do.
Somebody said 6 months. Yeah, bro. And so and they get that mixed up with, oh, you like to see dogs fight. No, I don't like this. I don't like to see them fight. It's a horrible thing. But what I'm saying is I had to cage them off, separate them, because at a certain age, they will fight.
Mm-hmm.
It was in them to fight. So when people,
even though that's my brother, or that's my sister.
It's almost like at a certain age it turns into like whatever.
Hey, this town ain't big enough for the both of us. One of us got to go. Yeah,
bro. Right. So that's in them. So who's to say that Singletary wasn't born to tackle people? Like he doesn't get a kick out of doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like he's sitting at home, like I'm gonna tackle the next motherfucker come out the kitchen. Like,
yeah. Right. I mean, go look at my man. What's his name? Pat. Was it? What was his name? From Arizona. He was a football player. Decided to go to war. God, I forget his name. Pat. Not Sullivan.
Pat Tillman.
Tillman. Yes. Uh-huh. No, he left the NFL career, went to war,
and died. Right.
And died. Yeah, bro.
There you go. In the show. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. It's just some people, and then some people put their values and morals over other things. You know what I mean? Hell, who the hell want to be a police officer? Let's call it what it is. There's nothing. Here's how I look at it. And shout out to all the law enforcement out there on the real for real. But on the for real, there is nothing you can do that is okay except play basketball with some kids in the street. If you helping an old lady cross the street, somebody yelling at you, our taxpayer dollars don't pay for that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's nothing you can do except think about it. You can go to jail. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about when you put yourself at risk. You can go to jail on your job.
Right.
You don't hear firefighters. Same thing with them too. Shout out to them. Shout out to my man, Brother Jay Blaze, firefighter, retired firefighter. Shouts out to you, Brother Jay, if you're listening. But firefighter, they run into the fire.
Run into the fire.
You know how many of those firefighters, through all of their training, let's call a spade here. You know how many of those firefighters knew at 9/11, if they made it, they were going to die years later of cancers because of the air pollution from those buildings tumbling? They knew that.
Real life heroes, dog.
Yeah. Because through their training, they know what air pollution does to you. And you have 2 collapsed towers with all of that air pollution going on, and they still running in there.
Yeah.
LMV, 5 minutes. See, you did it again. Coach has viewers who run into the fire and get cooked. You right. You right. Real quick, man. I know we got to run. I got to get a Kane show rolling here tonight. And I know you got to take care of some stuff too. So we're going to jump straight into the I don't see hows. You ready?
Run.
I don't see how y'all ain't signed up for the college football. Bruh, how many times I got to do this? Come on, man. We're trying to clean this thing up. 25 get you 225, 50 get you 450, 100 get you 900. All you got to do is Cash App Coach Hayes Football, right? $ Coach Hayes Football. Put your email address in the memo section. If you do not, I cannot send you the invite. You understand that? If you send your money and you don't see this logo right here, you donate it to somebody else. Also, when you do it, I will try to send you the link within the hour or so. So make sure you check it. It'll come from Fan Track Sports, and check your spam folder as well. Man, if you got any questions, CoachHayesFootball@gmail.com. Also, for all my people in the Florida area, Coach Hayes we might be doing something new coming up here shortly. So just hold tight. Hold tight. Hold tight. All right. Y'all go ahead and jump in there, man. We almost got these things full. The draft is on the 18th. That's 4 days away. Huh? Thank you, Really Flaw. If y'all don't hurry up and get in this league, Like, I know she tired of seeing it. I'm like the Temu commercial. Play like a billionaire. Everything you go on is Temu.
Which one full already?
None of them full. We always got room for other people. So the 50, the 100, we got 4 spots in the 50, 4 in the 100. Y'all come on and jump on in that thing and stop playing. Mansa Musa. Listen. Hey, you come come on. You want to talk about Miami Night? Send me your email address, coachhaysfootball@gmail.com. I'll put you in the kitchen tonight, Mansa Musa. All right. Anyway, here's my I don't see how. Real quick, for a lot of people in this world, we talked about jobs. We were just talking about, I thought things are perfect fit. And I think sometimes we look at jobs and be like, not me. Well, ask this guy right here. Would you do this job? Just bro, Roach is just crawling on you, dog. Your job is to clean out this.
That's crazy, Hayes. That was gonna be my own see how. Now I gotta find another. No, that is horrible.
Bro, but we're talking about insects that lay eggs. He's just shaking them off like it ain't no big deal. But why are you pressure washing bricks in the sewer, dog? Like, bruh. Come on, dog. You know what I'm about to tell you, Street.
What's up?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
How much you think he get paid, though?
Probably make $50,000 a year.
Huh?
Probably makes $50,000, maybe more. I don't know.
Bruh.
But how about you take that? Why don't you take that pressure washer and wash them down the drain first?
How you go home after that and live a normal day, dog?
I don't know, dog. They just own him too, dog. They all up on his ear. Did you see that little one just came out his shirt? It just came out. Oh, hell, I gotta go. It's too much. Hold on, watch this little one. Hold on, watch right here. Watch right in the middle of his shirt, in the middle of his neck. Watch this little one just come out his shirt. Watch this. Ready? Well, I lied. It kind of crawled on top, but you know what I'm saying. That's terrible. I can't do it. Can't do it, Street. Can't do it.
Somebody out there trying to eat, dog.
Well, I hear you.
That was gonna be my own see how, dog.
Well, I got you.
You got me, dog. Listen, man, my own see how brought to you by the crib. That's what we call it, a new villain Kane membership. We calling it the crib. My own see how brought to you by the crib. Come be a villain, man. Come. You finished, dog?
I'm sorry. I was laughing at my man, though.
Every time I talk about own see how, you start cracking jokes and shit in the goddamn conversation.
People in the chat crazy, dog. My bad.
What the fuck going on? So my own see how brought to you by the crib, man. Too much damn cane juice. What the comment say? What the comment at? Can you
right
spray?
here. He said you can't spray him away. They got next man up on 100.
Think about that when Hayes said that, like it would have been a simple. Man, it's a sewer full of motherfuckers.
Raid?
You don't think he tried to do that? Nah, bro. It's a.
But why not get in a bee suit? Like if bees, I know you don't want to get stung, but get in a suit where you protect, bro. Anyway, but go ahead.
But that's probably tough. That's probably tough man Joe. That's probably, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know tough man Joe. He get in that. It probably is it gotta be a hazmat suit somewhere.
I can't do it.
But listen, bro, my own see how I brought y'all by the crib, man, which is our Caneville Discord, man. Come check us out. A lot of content in there y'all never seen before. A lot of information, articles in there we write. I haven't seen before. About to talk to Damian Martinez here at 8:30. Damian Martinez, they coming up in the post practice because the Kane's been practicing late in the post practice interviews. So we'll write something on that. I think we got Damian Martinez and somebody else. So we got a couple of them coming in there to talk to us tonight. We'll put it that way.
Is it live?
Yeah, then we'll get to ask some questions live, and then we'll usually write something from that. Like I asked him a question. I probably asked Damian Martinez about youth football in Miami. He was out there this weekend. What's the difference between where he from? So yeah, man. We got a couple of interviews in there y'all never seen. Yeah, we can ask him anything. What you want?
I want to ask one question. You told me you heard he popped one for 60.
Yeah.
I know I know it's no tackling them drills, but Damian, would you have been tackled on that 60 or was it clean to the house? Hey, Coach Hayes want to know so he could put a seatbelt on.
If he answered, because we ain't supposed to know what happened in the scrimmages. So let's see if he answered it. So we'll ask him tonight, and we'll write that up, put it in the comment section. Hayes, I'll let you know what he say. But we put a little stuff together, little write-ups and articles together. So it's a lot of stuff in there you've never seen. It's the full mics up. We got a full mic up in there, Ezekiel Marshall, some other kids that you never seen that we don't let out to the public. So just come be a villain, bro. I'll put the link in the comment section. Do this every night. Ellen, you got this link by now, don't you, Ellie? Ellen, you should have this down packed by now. Get out the corner, Ellen. There's the link right there in the comment section, man. Become a villain. Now listen, my own see how is I don't see how we ever thought this. I don't see how we ever thought this stuff was real, dog. But we used to be up. When did it come on? Sunday afternoons? When did wrestling come on? Kids.
Sunday at 11 a.m. And the Saturday night main event used to come on at 11 p.m.
I don't know how we thought this stuff. How did we thought that was real, dog?
Can I tell you this? The moves were real. The wrestling was fake. I put it to you like this.
He cracked the whole flow.
The moves were real because I actually put somebody in the figure 4 before.
No, the figure 4 hurts, dog.
It's a real move.
Yeah, the figure 4 hurt for real. Now, I don't know when you ever use it.
The camel clutch was real too.
He tapped him and told him to get up. Hey, dog, time to get up.
But you know, Big Show, not Big Show, but the Undertaker, he never spoke when he was wrestling. But now that he talks about a lot of those wrestling events now. He has a lot of interviews where he's talking about, hey man, like this wrestler was on drugs and we had rehearsed this and we were supposed to do this. And the dude went off script and I had to beat him up for real. That kind of stuff. He talks about that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because he's doing all these interviews now. Because remember, a lot of people have never heard him speak before.
Right.
So, but now he's out and he's talking and doing all that other stuff, man.
But y'all, dog, I just, what I'm saying? It's one of them things that fake. It's like the stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just get caught up in it. The storyline.
Yeah. Real quick, is Victor still on Young and the Restless?
I don't know, dog.
LV question. Is Victor? See, both of us on the same page. Is Victor still on Young and the Restless? If he's still on the Young and the Restless, I'm ending it right now. I'm ending the show right now. I need to know if Victor is still on the Young and the Restless, dog. Because that man got to be all of 97 years old. And who shot JR? That's all I want to know. Oh my God. Really Flawed said, yes, he is. He got to be in a nursing home by now on the stories. He got to be in a nursing home. He got to be in a nursing home by now. And where's Cricket? Yeah, see, I'm going back on y'all. Because, you know, I used to spend my summers in the country, right? When we were up there. You only had 2 television shows, right? The Price is Right come on, and then the stories came on, Young and the Restless. The funny thing is he's 82. I knew he was up there.
In real life, he 82?
Bro, how long has he been on there? Hold on, I gotta see this.
All right, close it out, Kaz. I'm gonna cut up out of here, bro.
Real quick. He has been on there for over 4 decades, dog. He started back in 1980. Bro, I was 3. He's been there 45 years, dog.
I wonder how much he made.
That's crazy.
40 years. She said it, 40 years on the show. Damn.
Wow. But anyway, yeah, we'll close this out, man. 236 in the building. Appreciate y'all. We said we do an hour. We about 3 minutes short. But it is what it is. Those waves back there are so big because Footballville mama out there in the ocean jumping up and down. And that's what making the waves real big out there and where we at, man. So with all that being said, we'll catch you. We'll see you at 9 o'clock.
There was a couple out there, dog. You saw him?
Yeah, I saw him walking around. Hey, we'll catch y'all at 9 o'clock for the Kings Talk Live. We'll talk a little bit. Maybe Mansa Musa will come to the kitchen, be another victim. We barbecue him right good. And we'll see what it's all about. Hope you got some notes, my man. So all that being said, we out of here. Peace.